Hey guys, wanted to give you an update on my medic bag. I bought this military surplus medic bag a couple months ago, and I've been slowly filling it because it is a expensive project. I'm trying to put together a really just kick-ass medic kit for, not for around the house, you know, my wife's a nurse, so we got tons of stuff around the house and everything we need here, but for on the go basically, to treat anything that may pop up on the road, something I can keep in the car, keep with me, you know, so if I come back from a backpacking trip and I got a bad cut or something, I can deal with pretty much anything that happens when I'm fishing, hunting, camping, hiking, or even at work, you know, because I want to keep this in the car. So, not sure how feasible that's going to be. So as you know, if you saw the review, it's a fold-up thing. Now in this compartment here in the front, right now, and this is incomplete, guys, I'm not completely done with this yet, so do bear that in mind. I got a lot more to add, but it's an expensive project. So in here, I got one Ziploc just full of different gauzes, rolled, big, small, you name it. I have another Ziploc with various Band-Aids, from big to small, all different sizes. And most of these are double Ziplocked as well, so it gives me some extra Ziplocs. Big, small, like I said, a little bit of everything. There's even some little like butterfly Band-Aids and stuff like that in there as well. I've got a couple things of that. Some wipes for your hands, that way if you're going to be doing something you can at least clean your paws up first. And there's a bandana still new in the wrapper here. New in the wrapper, that way it's as clean as possible. That way you don't have a ton of bacteria and stuff in it. Basically this is just for dressings. What I need to add to here is I want to add a compression bandage, some compressed gauze, and some combat gauze. That's what I'm looking to add to there in the future. Those are pretty expensive. You know, you're talking like $10 a pack. So, you know, what I've been doing is just buying a little bit at a time, like I said. So I got a few more things to add there to that section. Maybe a SAM splint, who knows. We're just going to keep going until this thing's jam-packed. In here is medications. I have basically, in here is like allergy medicine, Benadryl, anti-diarrhea, Tylenol, cold and sinus kind of stuff. You name it, basically things to deal with colds and allergies. Kelmoseptine. If you don't know what this is, you're missing out. This is probably one of the best things you can have in a medical kit that you don't know about. Now, the only way to get this is you can order it online. I buy packages of 3 of these on like Amazon for $15. But if you buy this, you actually have to go to a pharmacy, and they keep it behind the counter for some reason. You can't just pick it up on the shelf. You actually have to go to the pharmacy and ask for it. So you can get it at any big name pharmacy. You got to go back and ask for it. Now, originally this was referred to me for my son for bad diaper rash, and they said it was really good and it worked really good, and it's for everything. I mean, it's an anti-itch, it's a skin protectant, and you can see from the directions here, it's good for, protects the skin from urine, diarrhea, perspiration. You know, they use this stuff for feeding tube, site leakage, wound drainage, minor burns, cuts, straight itching. I mean, this thing, you can do quite a bit with this. You know, you can treat burns. If you got chafing, you're out hiking all day, you come back to the car and you got really bad chafing, this works really good. Trust me, I've used this backpacking. You know, just made a little tube of this stuff, and man, if you're chafed from a long hot day on the trail, this stuff works wonders. It really does. I really super highly recommend it, and if you have kids, it's really a cool thing to have as well. Just a normal thing, ibuprofen. Why ibuprofen? Ibuprofen is a pain reliever and an anti-inflammatory. So if you have you sprain an ankle, something like that, this will help relieve the swelling. Tylenol doesn't do that. Tylenol doesn't get rid of swelling. Ibuprofen does. It's NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. So it's important to have ibuprofen. If you have Tylenol, that's fine, but you should always have ibuprofen or some other anti-inflammatory. Lots of lip balm. Why? If you get caught out in the cold, it's something that can help with frostbite, and for dealing with chapped lip, things like that. I ended up just getting a couple of these for $1, throwing them in a bag. In here is various ointments, hydrocortisone cream, triple antibiotic, like a Vaseline lip balm, hydrocortisone, some anti-itch. There's a burn cream in there as well. We'll put all that back. So that's the medicine compartment. Now, what I want to do in here is I definitely wanted to stock up on a few more meds. I also want to add some personal things. I want to add a pair of contacts, a contact case, and some contact solution in there. I want to add some of those poison ivy wipes, and I want to add like maybe some like iodine prep pads, things like that. You know, a few other medication type things that I can think of. You know, I just kind of pick things up as I go along, so I'll kind of look and see what I might need. Probably maybe get some aspirin, some plain Tylenol, things like that. Just add maybe some Midol or something, who knows, you know. But there's that. And the last one is kind of my tools compartment, where I'm going to keep things like that. In here are a couple of those respirators. I think those are really important to have, because if you are dealing with somebody sick around you, whatever, I can grab one of those. Something happens and whatever, I'm at work and a bunch of sick people are there, or something crazy, end of the world virus, you know, I want a couple of respirators. Plus two, you know, if something's going on, dust, dirt, you know, some kind of an emergency, it's always good to have. In here are a pair of scissors, tweezers, sewing needles, super glue, and toenail clippers. Those are just some real basic things that might help you out with any issues. You know, believe it or not, guys, how many times I've been on the trail and needed a pair of toenail clippers when I got home, because maybe you have an ingrown nail, maybe you got some, you know, like you're banging your toes up against your boots and you bend a toenail. Having a pair of toenail clippers around is really, really important. And when you get back to the car, sometimes it's nice just to be able to deal with that right then. Super glue works as a bandage. The needles, who knows, splinters, things like that. And then of course, it's to cut medical tape and that stuff. There's a couple rolls of medical tape in here as well. I'm not going to pull them out. So there it is, guys. Like I said, I still got a lot of work to go. I need to up the trauma section. Like I said, I want a compression bandage, tourniquets, maybe an H bandage, all kinds of stuff like that for trauma. Combat gauze. I want to add one of those military surgical kits. That way you have like the forceps and the scalpel and all that jazz. Maybe some suture kits. I'm not big on them, you know, guys. I'm never going to sew myself. And then I do have a couple things on order. I'm getting a big package of steri strips, which are a really much better alternative than sewing yourself up. Less risk of getting an infection. You have to remember, you're out backpacking somewhere and you cut yourself bad with a knife, and you pull out your little kit and you start sewing things up. If you could get an infection in less than a day, so you think, oh geez, I'm fine, I'm just going to keep on going, and next thing you know, you're getting redness, swelling, a little pus. That infection can overtake your body in like a day, especially when you're poking yourself with a dirty needle with dirty hands and all that jazz. Steri strips, yeah, I'm going to buy a whole boatload of them for this. So there it is, guys. Any suggestions? Definitely love to hear them. The medical stuff is new to me. I'm learning all as I go along, so this is quite the adventure. But I kind of want trauma and tools, medicine, and bandages. So that's kind of my idea, is to build up a pretty big stockpile. I'd say at this point I'm about half done with everything I need, but it's a work in progress, and hopefully when I'm done, this will be something that I can pretty much deal with any emergency.